1470 AM and W298BX 107.5 FM, Winterville, North Carolina. This talk program may also be heard on WYLT 100.3 Smooth Radio, Rocky Mount.
Welcome, 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 and thank you once again for joining me on another episode of Ring Out Your Sponge. Honestly, thank you for following me the last couple of weeks, and we have a great show today. Just to make sure you know that I'm on Awesome Radio. All right, so 107.5 FM, WECU, and I just want to say, are you ready to wring out your sponge? All right, here we go. So, tune in as we talk about empowerment, growth, and self-discovery. Let's lift up, motivate, and empower each other, right? So that's what we do every week. So today's topic is it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Let me say that again. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Okay, I just want to make sure you was able to hear me. I'm so sorry. Let me start from the top. Things happen. I mean, actually, this is part of the show, so we're gonna be talking about this. So let me just welcome you again. So welcome, 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 and thank you again for joining me for another episode of Ring Out Your Sponge Radio. I am ReGina Smithwick. Tune in as we talk about empowerment, growth, and self-discovery. Let's uplift, motivate, and empower each other. And we're gonna be doing this every week. And I just wanted to say personally, thank you for joining me on Awesome Radio 107.5 WECU. And let's go ahead and wring out that sponge. So, the topic for today is it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Let me say that again. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. All right, so let's kind of dive into this. All right, it's basically shifting your mindset, right? We need to shift our mindset so we'll be able to focus and be able to absorb this, as we say, we ring out and then we're able to absorb. So we're going to absorb this new mindset. Changing the way you view challenges can transform your response to them, all right? If you change the way you react about a situation or a challenge, you could see it in a different light. You could respond differently and get benefit out of it. So that's what we're going to talk about today. All right. So, seeing events as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. How many times do you get an opportunity or you see something as a inconvenience, right? And we take it and go, oh, I don't feel like doing this, or this is not for me, but we never look at it as an opportunity for growth or an opportunity for something to come out of it to better ourselves, right? So let's look at that. Personal growth and development. Overcoming difficulties will build your character, it will strengthen you, and then guess what? You get a new skill set. You get another thing in your warehouse that you'll have to use. A lot of times in that moment, we are inconvenienced. And in that moment, we don't want to do it. We got to stop thinking instant gratification and stop thinking microwave. We have to think long game, the long game, meaning all the way back here, the long game. A lot of times we don't think that way, and therefore we miss out on opportunities. So today I want to break down some things that you could benefit from by thinking the long game. Okay, so personal growth and development is one. Okay, that's one. So I'm gonna give you an example of that. So let's say you're at work and the boss gives you this project and he goes, you know what, I want to give you this project. We want to go ahead and work on this. It will help the team. It will build our company. It will give us more revenue. Only thing you're thinking is more work, more work, more work, right? No more pay, but more work. And that's what most of us think. And then we think we're being taken advantage of. We think about all these other things. But think of it this way. Let me flip it on its head. You learn a new skill set. You're able to show your abilities to your boss and your team, right? You're able to grow and profit your company. And guess what? Now maybe you're going to be looked at for another position or raise because of you stepping up and doing this. And sometimes we do it for our own benefit, just for us to grow. Sometimes you may not get it from the boss. Sometimes you may won't get recognition. But the God we serve, he always sees everything you do. So sometimes we can't think that a man are going to give us that pat on the back, right? It sometimes doesn't come from the people you expect it to come from. But if you just follow and do what he asks you to do, meaning God, and just go ahead and flourish the kingdom, he will, I guarantee you're going to get it back. Maybe not the way you think, but you will get it back. So if we change our mindset and realize that everything is not going to be tit for tat, you're not going to do one thing and all of a sudden you get back at the same time you get back something else. It's not a tennis match. Sometimes you may do something, you may don't see it for a couple months, but just always know it's there. It's like you depositing in a bank. You're doing good stuff, depositing. Eventually you're going to get a withdrawal. It's going to come, but it's going to come on the time it's supposed to come, not the time that you want it to come. That's the catch, right? So personal growth and development. The next thing is empowerment. Seeing events happening for you can make you feel more empowered to take positive action. It's called building your muscle. You have to build your muscle on this, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't happen overnight. Your mind's going to shift for you to think the way you were thinking. It takes practice. It takes time. But if you continue to do it, your mind will make that switch over and it will see everything as a positive, meaning that it's always something good coming out of every single thing you do. Everything, not just some things, everything you do. All right? So let's look at the learning opportunities. Every experience, whether positive or negative, have something to teach us. All right? Everything, you have a lesson. A lot of times we don't look for the lessons and the takeaways in our situations, right? We miss the lessons in our journeys and our valleys. So life takes you through peaks and valleys, right? We have some good, then we have not so good. But in those valleys, those are lessons that we are missing because we're too busy complaining about being in the valley. So we're not looking at what we're supposed to learn to move to the next level. So I always say to people, because I had to learn this, and I still got to correct myself. It's a lifelong thing. If something's happening, there's a reason why it's happening. Because remember, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. There's a reason in this. Just sit still long enough to figure it out. Or ask him to say, okay, what is it in this lesson that I need to learn to move to the next level? Just like you play, video games. As you get good, right, you go to the next level and then you conquer whatever that's on that level, then you go to the next level. That's how life is. So you got to conquer that level, and whatever that is, a lesson needs to be learned. Sometimes the lessons are not the greatest ones we want to learn. Sometimes we we don't want to hear what it is, but it's for us to become better people, right? So do not miss the lessons in the journey, all right? I'm going to say that again. Do not miss the lessons in the journey, okay? Another thing that I want to look at is positive mindsets in your well-being, okay? Being positive can improve your mental and your emotional well-being. So think about it. It's kind of self-explanatory. You think positive, you'll be positive. Basically, simple as that. You think negative, you will produce negativity. Manifestation, right? Anything that you think, thoughts turn into things. Anything you think will come out and manifest whatever that is. So if you're a negative person and you always think about the glass half empty, your life is going to be like that. You're going to get flat tires every time you turn around. You're going to get whatever things will come your way, right? Excuse me. You'll get that. You have to focus on being positive because there's always a silver lining in every situation. I mean, even the worst situations. And it's hard to phantom that, something terrible happens and I can find something good. But it's always the way he designs this world, it's always something we could benefit from this. So we really need to really focus on that. So I'm gonna give you a personal story, okay? I'm gonna be transparent with you because we bringing out our sponges, right? A couple of years ago, I was ready to move. I wanted a new start. I wanted to, move somewhere else. I wanted just to start life over. So I decided I wanted to move to Dallas, Texas. Went to Dallas. My cousin is a realtor. She helped me find a home. I literally found a home. Had the home built. Okay, no, it wasn't standing. It was it was nothing there. I got my house built. Got all the way to the end. I was only about a month before I was supposed to close on my house. All right, and then things started happening. I actually had illness, and then my mother started getting sick. But guess what I ended up doing? I ended up selling my house. And I moved in with my mother because we was going to move to Dallas. She was coming with me with my children. All right? The plan was sell the house, stay here for a year. After that, sell this house, and we all moved to Dallas. And that was the plan. But guess what? My plan did not go the way I expected to go. So therefore, I sold my house. Now I'm living with my mother, but not knowing. See, this is the catch. He knows. I didn't know that my mother time was coming near. I didn't know less than a year later she would have been gone, right? Where would we been in Dallas with just us going through all that with no family help, nothing around us? It's just me and my mother and my kids. God sees everything. It was a purpose for that. At the time, I thought, I built a house and now I can't go. I want my house. But I had to realize there's something in this valley that I need to learn. And He's protected me from a lot of heartache and a lot of disarray. It would have been crazy if that had happened and she passed and we was in Texas. I'm just thankful that it happened the way it happened. But at the time, I didn't see that. Sometimes we have to let things play out. Sometimes we have to let things just ride out. Be still. Sometimes when things happen now, I go, you know what? Just sit back. Just wait a minute. Get the popcorn. Just watch the show. It's going to fix itself. Everything totally fixes itself. But we don't want to wait because we want to know right now. We want to know what's going to happen right now. And we're not able to get that answer all the time right now. And when we do that, we end up messing up what we have for us because we got our hands in stuff that we're not supposed to be touching. So I just want to let you know that was a major lesson that I had to learn because I felt that if I already built this house, I was supposed to move, and that's that. But that was not His plans. And as you see, I'm still here. So God had something else for me to do here, and I was not supposed to leave. So we were going to start closing up. I have two more things I want to talk about with you today. Let's put this all into practice so we could go ahead and use this information. Reframing your negative thoughts. Journal. Write what you learned from that situation. Writing is a connection. The brain, the pen, and the paper connects, okay? Long-term benefits. Adopting a new mindset will increase your happiness and you will be more successful in life and more fulfilled. All right. I hope that was good, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a life lesson I had to learn for myself. But I just wanted to let you know, once again, I want to thank you so much for allowing me to grace your radio stations, grace your Facebook page. I'm here every Thursday, 7 to 7:15, and we're going to ring out our sponge every single week, 7 p.m. on Awesome Radio 107.5 WECU. And I will say to you, until next time, God bless, and I love you, and I will see you next time, all right? And don't forget, I am on 100.3 FM, WLYT, and I start there at 8 p.m., all right? Until next time, I will tell you, and guess what? I have an extra couple seconds. That's beautiful. Thank you. I have a new producer, y'all. I wish I could show y'all. It's Derek. I got Derek here. He's our new producer, and this is our first show together. So you'll be hearing me talk to Derek sometimes. So Derek wanted to tell me I had some extra time. Isn't that cool? I got a producer, y'all. That's how God is. I went from not being here to now I got a producer. So all right. Until next time, God bless.
You're listening to Awesome Radio, WECU 107.5 FM,